Hello and welcome back to our third episode of Witches Unmuted. Woo woo! We're on the air! From spirit to sound where magic is found.
Where we have soulful, unfiltered, wickedly funny, witchy conversations. Come stir the cauldron with us.
Brooms up! So today we have a very exciting, interesting show, because we always do, right?
Of course.
I just adopted a little puppy. Her name is Raina, and she has decided that she would like to sit here and, she's our biggest fan. No, she's actually sleeping. She's sick of our shit, trust me. But she's here, so she may or may not interrupt this show that we're trying to do, whatever you want to call it.
She wanted to wedge herself.
Yes, she did.
For her nap.
She sure did. Yeah, she's adorable. She is from It Takes a Village Dog Rescue, which is in Ottawa and area. Just a little plug here. Like I said, she's from Nunavut, a small breed. They're always looking for fosters. They're always looking for people to adopt and all of that. And Katt and I are huge, dog lovers, cat lovers. I'm a cat lover. Aw, get it?
Oh,
isn't that cute?
That's so special.
I know, right? Whatever. I have my moments, but it's like a little Hallmark moment here and there. But anyways, just the timing was right. And so she is here. I'm sure she'll appear at one point in the podcast. And we're, happy to have her. We're happy to have you coming back and hopefully enjoying this shit show of a journey, which is Unmuted. So here we go. How are you?
I'm okay. I was just thinking, as we're talking about the doggies, that we started to get going a little earlier, and we triggered like 4 dogs.
Yeah, oh yes, there's 4 dogs here. Like I said, major animal lovers, and I'm dog sitting on top of. I have 2 dogs. I have another other dog who's a little batshit cray cray as well. She's a border collie blue heeler mix named Chevelle. See, tell them about your dog too, because I feel like we could just talk about. Dogs.
Well, I think my dog is similar to my personality, which is a little demure. She's actually snoozing right there on the floor right now, but
mine's snoozing, but she wasn't earlier.
I don't know. We don't even know what the trigger word was that Nina said. That it was kind of a little bit boisterous, and it set them all off. And I think they thought we were being burglarized or something, because they all took off howling and barking. And my dog, well, she just follows along and just makes sure she's the protector, because she's the bigger of them all.
Mine are always the shit disturbers first. Yeah. That's for sure.
So we're trying
like mother like dogs, I guess, right?
So we're trying to squeeze in our little podcast here while they all have a little snoozy siesta.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
See how it goes. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
But speaking of chaos.
Yeah, good segue.
Right.
Yes.
One of our topics is cosmic chaos.
Absolutely, it is. So we wanted to talk about Mercury Retrograde today.
The Gatorade, as
Mercury
some people call it.
On crack.
Yeah.
Maybe?
It gets a bad rap, but it probably shouldn't always get a bad rap.
No, it shouldn't. I mean, there's like some positives to Mercury retrograde. So right now, being, this comes out November 26th. So Mercury retrograde, this is the 3rd of the year. And it's going to be done on November 29th. So, it's like we've almost made it. Now, right now we're recording, not on November 26th. What?
If we have a glitch, then we're
yes. If we have a glitch, then exactly. Jazz hands. So it's been a special one. So the last one started November 9th, goes till the 29th, and again, it's like 3 of these a year. Yeah. Seems to be the
shadow
same
periods too.
Absolutely. So
you're kind of in the thick of it from the 9th to the 29th for sure.
And it really does. It really does affect a lot of different things. So like mentally, physically, spiritually, all of these different things. We have communication issues, technological issues. I'm having trouble speaking today, so we'll see how that goes. We were almost soulful, what was it, unwiltered or something? Unwilted? Yeah, so I said, Katt, you better do that part of the intro. But anyways, so technology issues. Miscommunications between, friends, family, whatever it might be, and things like that. So,
yeah, sometimes people experience travel delays or just different snafus and emotional or mental revisiting past situations, which is something that always happens to me. And I always know when Mercury retrograde is going to happen, because I actually have to I'm actually starting to be more mindful of it now, because I start I'm a ruminator for sure. So when I've got things that have come up in my personal life or whatever that's bothering me, that will be like a trigger that starts spiraling into like bringing other things. I'm like, why am I thinking about this right now? Or where did that come out of from? And I'm like, oh, and this particular Mercury, I can't talk either.
Mercury and oh, we better not. That might be a key word.
This Mercury retrograde.
Yeah, it was a shit show. It's been a shit show.
Yeah. I think I got mindful of it early on, and I'd say like this past week though, like even though I'm mindful of it, it's really just trying to like go with the flow. Like it's trying not to beat yourself up over the whole thing, right?
Which is super easy to do too though, because you know, as humans we are innately so hard on ourselves, and you know, we live in a society too where I always tell myself when I'm having those moments, like I'm not a machine, right? So it's like, you know, I beat myself up over things sometimes on a daily basis, depending on what kind of week it is, where I feel like I haven't done enough. I'm not good enough. You know, my to-do list is certainly not it's huge, and it just grows and grows and grows. And it is overwhelming. And then, you know, you get into that whole like shaming yourself or feeling guilty or feeling upset. When really, truly, I mean, again, we're not machines. We're not meant to do it all the time.
Right. And to me, it brings to the surface a lot of like unresolved emotions around certain situations.
Yeah.
And it could be something that's happening midweek at work or in your personal life. And then as soon as you get on that pattern, then you start thinking about things from the past. And that's where the past stuff circulates back. And sometimes it's not a gentle time to be in, but it's part of the Mercury retrograde process of asking us to revisit, to reflect on things, and to process them, right?
Absolutely. And it's a time to be gentle with yourself, because I find it is so easy exactly to just feel so down in the dumps and really, you know, take things to heart. And you know, we are complex beings. We do have a slew of different emotions and thoughts and all these things, right? So just grace and just relax. I know that
it gets exhausting.
I hate when people tell me to relax.
Yeah.
No, calm down's the worst.
Yeah.
If you are ever in a relationship, and I mean, for me, I've only been in relationships with men, although I wouldn't really consider some of them men, because they were pretty shitty people. But yeah, that's right. And I know you're probably watching. Does Mercury
retrograde coming up right
now? Now we're off the air. No. Does Mercury retrograde make you like edgy too? Maybe.
It can be.
Fiery? Oh, isn't it?
Because there's a lot
isn't Scorpio?
Yeah, but that's something that a lot of people
are
saying too, is that they're, you know, if you're full of anger, or some people are like, you know, experience rage and stuff too, and like is another emotion. We always talk about, you know, when we think emotional, that people are sad or crying, but there's other emotions as human beings that we experience, right? And and sometimes we have to process them all. We can't just squelch anger or frustration.
No, because
we have to process those as well.
Absolutely everything, all the shadow stuff that we don't want to do. My point being, going back to my dating history, is that telling people to calm down. Oh, how about you calm? Is just the worst thing.
You calm down.
I know.
Chillax. Take a chill pill.
I know. Isn't it the worst? Do you need a hug? I need you to fuck right off. No, I'm sure other people can understand what. Anyways, that's a side note, because that's.
But sometimes I wonder if that's like a women's collective trauma though, because
maybe
they always felt like throughout the ages that women have like hysteria or are hysterical,
or crazy, or having that kind of thing.
Yeah. So you know, I think when we get our backs up sometimes, because part of the unseen, unheard that we like to bring up as well is like, you know, we don't we want to be our feelings to be validated.
Absolutely.
We don't want to be told that we're crazy or hysterical or
exactly,
that we need to calm down when we're expressing ourselves, right?
Yeah, and I think too, like there's a real difference between a couple of things. So it seems to me that not in every situation, but sometimes like when a woman is assertive, she's deemed as aggressive, which bothers me.
Yeah.
But it just seems to be that way. Same with like if a woman is strong, she's considered intimidating. Like, pardon? And I just don't understand that whole thing. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And the other thing too is that, as you grow, hopefully you also grow with more boundaries and more love for yourself, right? And, I think that in past situations, instead of like people deeming things as like boundaries, they say, oh, you're just, you're having a moment or you're having a tantrum, or no, I have boundaries. This is my boundary. Yeah, it's a weird thing, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boys are weird. Anyways, what was this show about?
Mercury retrograde is what we're talking about.
Well, we're talking about things coming up from the past, right? So a lot of that stuff has kind of come up for me as well.
But this is part of that that time frame, right? Because we're trying to accept those emotions as part of the process.
Yeah.
One thing that I've learned from this process too, though I carry it in other try to carry it and be more mindful, is avoid making decisions when I'm triggered, because sometimes when I'm getting into these patterns or whatever, you're quick to. And that's part of the communication piece, because I'm sure at your day job as well as my day job, we send emails a lot. Maybe we receive communications like that are triggering, or have we think there's tone involved when there's probably shouldn't be any tone, and that could be based on how
we're not supposed to give
day.
Tone in emails. My bad.
Well, sometimes I think they're there, but they always say there's no tone.
Where's the middle finger emoji? Is that as part of the Microsoft repertoire?
But sometimes I just have to literally not respond right away. Yeah. I need to because I'll start typing an email response, and then I'm like, I'm deleting it or reversing it and rewording it, and and I'm like, you know what? I just need to step back and take some time away from it and think about it. Situation when you're, when you've cooled off a little bit.
Always better to be, responsive and not reactive. Yeah. Respond. I don't know exactly what you're saying, to kind of take a step back. And I think too is, like you were saying in the beginning, Mercury retrograde kind of has a bit of a bad rap, but at the same time too, that this is the perfect time to do those things, is to practice those things. Just step away, rest, recharge, don't make big decisions, give yourself lots of time if you plan on going out. Expect probably miscommunications between a lot of different things. And also too, I was kind of looking this up a little bit further, because my sleep has been really shitty lately. And and also, I was looking at that, and it was just talking about how it could be disruptive. I thought that was a dog. Catherine's playing with her broom under the table. I'm like, what is happening? What? I know, I thought it was a dog wagging its tail. I'm like, what is happening under there, Catherine? We got a show to do.
It's kind of just like a fidget toy.
Oh, I see. So my sleep's been really off. Also, vivid dreams again. This whole have you been having that too?
Oh, it's a regular
thing.
We
should document we need to whiteboard your dreams.
They are pretty weird.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, actually, I have to look some more into it. But I had this dream the other night where I was visited again by this woman, but it was I'm trying to think of her name. I did look it up. It's actually, she's part of the Irish deity.
Oh, interesting.
I think it was Morgan or more. Anyways, I'll have to think of it. Morgan something or whatever. So anyways, it's the goddess of war.
And you were visited? In your dream?
Well, it came up in my dreams after one night. So I started to like Morrigan.
Morrigan. That's also a word in Dutch.
Oh, what does it mean in Dutch?
Morning.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not good. But even though this goddess has a particular, like, apparently she shows up on the battlefield and like makes decisions over battles and stuff. But there's, anyways, I don't, not to, it's like that'd be a whole other episode. But
yeah, no kidding.
Not to get into it, but I was been looking at it this week and finding certain aspects of it that might resonate for like what I'm going through right now. And one of the sort of layman terms that came up was like she represents like grab the bull by the horns kind of thing, and like it's time to like stand in your power.
Absolutely.
So anyways, if you're
I like this Morrigan.
Yeah.
So
if it
that's cool.
Interests you, look her up. It's an interesting read so far. So finding out more about this.
And that's interesting that you remember that, because they say about dreams that a lot of the time after you wake up, you should write down what you've dreamt about right away, really, because within like 10-15 minutes, apparently you forget, which is interesting, right? Doesn't that like scream kind of like, I don't know, some of it for me, I feel like is past life memories and things like that. I feel like there's more to just dreaming than dreaming. Like what you're saying, like the deeper meaning.
I think sometimes you wake up, you don't remember things, and maybe those are things that you're processing that you don't need to remember. But there are times that you do wake up and you remember a particular, like one little thing or one particular thing, and then you start kind of like going down the rabbit hole of like exploring that.
We'll have to do another episode on that.
On dreams.
Yeah, totally. And some kind of dream interpretation or something as well.
Yeah.
So yes. So Mercury in retrograde, hang in there, 3 more days. The next one is 2026. It begins February 25th till March 20th. That one's in Pisces. So we'll see what comes up. Pisces is very much about emotions, and you know, it's a water sign. I'm a Cancer sign, which is also water as well, so it's probably a lot more stuff's gonna come up then, so buckle up. Anything else you want to say about Mercury in retrograde? Mercury's Gatorade? Mercury,
we salute you. No.
Yeah, really.
No, I think after we've kind of talked about the chaos of an emotional replay of Mercury retrograde, it's time to shift to something a little brighter and lighter. And
puppies? No.
Let's talk a little small bit about the solstice and Yule that's coming up.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's do this.
So we know that Yule starts on the solstice, which is December 21st.
Yes.
Which is known as the longest night of the year. And thank goodness. And then the day starting after that, that's when we start to
lighten up.
Yeah, because as we're heading into fall, we always talk about, oh my God, how much daylight we're losing, like September, October, those like every few minutes. Well, they're going to start going the other way on the 21st. So that's cool. But the Yule is kind of like a beautiful celebration of like renewal and intention setting and transformation. So it's a good time for it to come up after you've done sort of the re's of Mercury retrograde, and then have this piece leading into the new year. So as part of your intention setting for the new year.
I don't think there's one person that has said like that they can't wait for wait a second, did I say that wrong? Everybody is ready for 2026 is where I'm going with this. Yep. Everybody is ready. It's been such a long year.
Yeah, and it's definitely around the holidays, a lot of people look at it as a time to pause, and you spend time with family and friends, and you're releasing the year before 2025.
Am I petting your leg? Oh, sorry. No. Okay. Excuse me.
And like creating a space for something new, which is ringing in, 2026.
Exactly.
But it's kind of like the universe's reminder that even on the darkest night, the light is going to return. So.
Absolutely, which is so important too. So, yeah, this year has been, I know personally, a lot of people, and myself included, it's been a tough year. But it's been tougher for a lot of other people. But there has been a lot of loss this year. There has been a lot of endings, chapters closing, kind of the universe moving things out of the way that weren't meant for you. And sometimes that really sucks, and it's really hard in the moment to kind of understand the bigger meaning behind it, or like the bigger picture. But yeah, it's also like been the year of 9, right? So numerology wise, we've talked about this before, but that's all chapters closing. Next year is all about manifestation. It's a number 1 year, and we're gonna manifest the shit out of some good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah. I almost grabbed the toy that I bought my puppy, which looks like this. I don't think I need to say anything else about that. I bought it because she's teething. I bought it from a pet store, by the way. Let me just throw that in there as well. She's teething, and it's supposed to massage her gums, but I don't know. I feel like the style of the product could have been, there's a little something to be desired there, but she seems to like it. So hey, that's all all that matters, right? So anyways, here.
Got no words.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, can you tell we are totally done with this year too? It's just, you know what it is too? Like, we had to do our time change. We're here in Ontario, Canada. Yep. And we had to do our time change. And I so it's dark at like noon. No, it's not. But it's dark at like, what, 4 or 4:30? That doesn't help. We get no sun. We're not okay up here. Well, you might be. You don't like sun, really.
Yeah. I'd say like the last month, it's kind of like we're in, if any of you are like Twilight fans, like what's that town, North Fork or whatever?
I don't.
It's like, it's gray.
It's gray?
It's gray.
What?
It's cloud covered all the time.
I'm okay.
So maybe we have a lot of vampires living in the area.
Oh, perfect. That's exactly what we want. Excellent. Awesome. Perfect.
All right. We're getting way out of
Yeah, this is becoming way more unhinged. So are we done talking about stuff?
Yeah, actually, just to close out the Yule piece, I wrote down a few things about in comparison with how it's metamorphosed into Christmas. So,
and must I say how amazing and wonderful it is to have Catherine here, because because it's your podcast too, but also she does a lot of the planning. I fly by the seat of my pants, and just whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. But I think that's how,
that's
like we work, right? Exactly how the dynamic works or rolls. So anyways, carry on.
I just thought it was some fun facts. So
yes, I want to hear these fun facts.
Fun facts. Okay.
Pardon me.
So anyways, I thought it would just be neat to look up from Yule to Christmas.
Thumbtacks. Sorry, and, that's what it sounded like.
Where our traditions really come from.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them is being the evergreen tree.
Mm-hmm.
Its origin is like pagan, Norse, and Germanic. So evergreens symbolize life that survives the darkest and coldest months. So pagans used to bring the branches or full-size trees inside as a reminder that life always returns. So like your Christmas tree, right?
That's nice.
And they would decorate them with like apples and runes and berries and sun symbols and charms for protection.
Wow.
And then
who's here?
And that evolved into Christmas.
Go ahead.
So in medieval Germany, paradise trees were used in winter plays and decorated with apples. So it was actually the immigrants that brought this tradition to North America in the 1700s, 1800s. So today's Christmas tree is a direct descendant of the pagan Yule tree.
Interesting. Very cool.
Then we have the Yule log, which is a huge ceremonial log that's burned on the longest night to honor the sun's return. and the sparks represent blessings for the year ahead. The ashes were kept for protection or mixing into healing charms.
Okay.
So the evolution is, as fireplaces got smaller, the giant log turned into a smaller decorative log and eventually became a chocolate Yule log. You've seen those in the stores,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
A cake sold during Christmas.
Okay.
So most of us celebrate Yule log traditions today without realizing the ancient
I know,
sun
and
magic.
history is important because you're right. Like, we don't know a lot of the history behind a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
And sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. It's just somebody's parked there. Okay. Who's parking on my road? I become that old lady.
I don't know if they're going
I thought they were coming into my driveway to give me like $10 million, but I guess not today.
Gift giving. There's another celebration around this time that's called Saturnalia. Saturn, like the planet.
Okay.
Alia. It's kind of trying to condense it. Involving gift giving, feasting, and role reversal. So the Celtic people, households, would also exchange small charms or handmade items to like bless the coming year. So we eventually adopted a Roman gift giving custom, and so Christmas gifting is a traditional blend of Roman paganism and winter folk magic.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah. And lights, candles, like how many people like decorate their houses with Christmas lights and candles and
I think
things
pretty
like
much
that.
everybody.
Yeah. So that's a Yule celebrated the rebirth of the sun.
Okay.
On the winter solstice. So candles, bonfires, and lanterns were lit to call back the light. And so Christmas lights represent more for the religious folks, Christ as the light of the world, but the practice existed long before. So every glowing house in December is reenacting ancient solstice magic.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. See, that's the thing. Like, we did one too on Halloween. We talked about Halloween facts. Of course, Catherine did all the research because I just fly by the seat of my pants most of the time. But and that was really interesting too because there was a lot of things in there that I did not know. So that's very cool. Thanks for compiling all of that.
Yeah, there's some other ones that talk about people decorate with garlands or even our feasts and Christmas dinners and things like that. So anyways, if it sparks your interest to look it up, it's...
So on solstice, which is December 21st, traditionally, like, what should you be doing? Lighting a candle, would you say?
Yeah, well, it's a celebration of the light returning, and it's a good time where for people to celebrate using their winter customs, right? So basically, so much of Christmas began as Yule. So your evergreens, candlelight, gift-giving feasts, they weren't just decorations; they were spells of hope, protection, and the return of the sun. So when you celebrate Christmas today, you're keeping those ancient practices alive.
So candle, maybe pull a card, just because cards are fun. And
cards are always fun.
Cards are fun. Yeah. And maybe you can stand outside on your porch facing the sun. Maybe. Naked? No, I'm kidding. What's the neighbor doing again? Sorry about that. No,
I think it's just even when you're doing your regular Christmas traditions is to not only just think of them as, commercialized ways of doing things, is that you're celebrating, your family and friends and other folks.
Charge your crystals on the windowsill in the sun. I'm just thinking about ways that I personally bring. I don't stand naked on my porch. Yeah. That's really weird. Don't do that. But like the other things, right? Like lighting a candle, journaling.
Yep, I do candles. I don't necessarily put lights outside my house, but I do have lights inside to celebrate and
exactly
that sort of thing. And just even your like we said with the retrograde, it's still a time of rest as well. So we start to slow down this time of year and self-care.
Give yourself permission to hibernate.
Yes.
And just be instead of go. On that note.
Yeah. Would you like to finish our episode with a card pull today?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, who was
Because
that?
we just said we love to pull cards.
Oh gosh, what a segue.
Segue.
Oh god, I hope that wasn't the key. Oh no.
It's okay.
Okay, let's see here. We'll just do this quickly because we're hitting at the 30-minute mark here. And let's be honest, nobody's going to listen to this whole thing. Write in the comments. I'm curious if
This
you...
popped out.
Observation. Ooh. Should we go with that one? Do you feel like
the card flew out?
Do you feel like that's the one?
Yeah.
Observation.
I think it kind of speaks to a lot of things that we've been talking about in retrograde.
And I just want to give a shout out to what deck it is. I love this deck. I love crows.
Urban Crow.
Crows are amazing. The crow watches the spider, intrigued by how it catches its meals. The crow could simply pluck that spider right up, but instead it decides to learn a little first. Observation asks that you hold back from reacting and take some time to analyze the situation, which we just talked about in Mercury Retrograde. There may be something of value that will only reveal itself if given time. So this card may also indicate that you would be better served by being a spectator and staying out of a situation. You'll learn more from listening than from talking. So that would be observation.
Nice.
Yeah. Interesting. That is exactly the theme. And when I do my readings too, I find oftentimes I'll do like a little card pull at the end. I am not a card reader by any means. There's amazing oracle and tarot deck readers. But I just do one at the end just for fun typically. But oftentimes the theme fits the reading and it's really, really neat to see.
That's a good way to kind of close things out or wrap up the reading or...
Exactly. Yeah. So we've taken up enough of your time. Feel free to write in the comments if you made it all the way through the 32 minutes. Again, we are so happy that you are joining us. Please, if you can, subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Unmuted. Also give us a follow on Which is Unmuted on Instagram. And please stay tuned. We're going to be doing our last episode of the year already, which is crazy, but not that crazy because we just started in October, so it's not like we've been doing this all year.
Yeah. Even though it's coming to an end,
yes.
We've got lots to do in the new year.
Absolutely.
So...
We have a lot of things coming. We're very excited to bring in some new stuff, with the new year. So next episode will drop on December 31st, which is New Year's Eve. So we'll probably be shit-faced. No. Maybe.
Drinking with Which is Unmuted.
There you go. We'll see how that goes. That would be fun. And thanks again. We hope you have a fantastic day. Get through this Mercury retrograde. And that's it. That's all. All right. Take care.
Bye.
Brooms up. All right. Turn it off.